Sarah is a teenage babysitter who takes a shift on short notice. The parents leave her with their child Billy, who is very energetic. Sarah, being rebellious, invites a boy she met earlier that day to the house to get frisky with. Circumstances soon take a more menacing turn when Sarah hears a strange sound coming from the backyard. Hi folks, I'm R, your narrator. You can follow me on Twitter, where you can send me game suggestions. This video will contain spoilers. With that in mind, let's begin. Sarah is hired on a short notice to look after Billy, the Johnsons' child. The parents leave Sarah with their telephone number and quickly leave the house. Sarah soon puts on the TV for Billy to watch and shortly after receives a phone call. The phone call seems to be a prank call as the person on the other side speaks gibberish in a threatening tone.
Don't lie. The game is afoot. The demons trail my legs to hell while you sit in your ivory tower. Don't you judge me, I see it all.
Sarah, being shocked to her core, receives another call which startles her. She picks up, which is from her friend Jill this time. Sarah, agitated, thinking the previous creepy mumbling was from her friend, tells her off and asks why she would do that. Jill insists that it wasn't her, becoming confused if Sarah is off her medication. Jill then suggests to Sarah to call the boy she met earlier in the mall, Jack, so they can meet up. Sarah goes to her jacket to find Jack's number written on a piece of paper when Billy comes in, teasing her that he stole the number. After chasing Billy, Sarah retrieves the number and calls Jack. Jack informs Sarah that he's been drinking and vandalizing people's property for fun, but if she has more alcohol, he could meet up with her. Sarah promises Jack that she has alcohol and subsequently steals a liquor bottle from the liquor cabinet and puts a sleeping Billy to bed, awaiting her knight in shining armor. Time closes down to midnight when Sarah hears the doorbell ring. As she opens the door, she sees no one at the door. As she tries to inspect more closely, the classy Jack jumps out of the bushes and scares Sarah. Sarah, upset about Jack's prank, tells him off, but soon they go inside and start becoming friendlier. While Sarah goes to fetch beer and set the mood right, she hears a crashing noise from the backyard. Concerned to what it might have been, she asks Jack to go outside and investigate. Jack refuses at first, but Sarah keeps being pushy, in a way forcing him to go out. Jack reluctantly goes out, seemingly being scared, when suddenly a loud scream is heard, coming from Jack. The lights then suddenly turn off, with Sarah becoming gravely worried. She carefully goes to the backyard to check on the noise when she witnesses the bloodied, impaled corpse of Jack being suspended. She rushes back to the backyard door when she notices it's locked, with an intruder slowly approaching her. In great fear, Sarah starts banging harshly on the door to attract Billy's attention. The door opens to Sarah's relief, and Sarah instructs Billy to find a place and hide. Meanwhile, the perpetrator breaks one of the windows and enters the house. With no option in hand, as electricity has gone off, Sarah tries to survive and keep Billy safe from the menacing killer wearing a face mask covering his identity. The killer sets on chasing after Sarah with a large knife, with Sarah trying to find a way out. Sarah decides the best way to escape the killer is to get in a car and go to the nearest police station. Hence, she tries to refuel the Johnsons' family car. Meanwhile, she finds a handgun in the house, which she carries to protect herself. In a final face-off with the killer, trapped inside the garage, Sarah repeatedly shoots the maniac, who takes many shots before hitting the floor. Sarah then fetches Billy and gets inside the car, driving to the nearest police station as fast as possible. Lieutenant Breaker comforts Sarah and praises her fast reaction, saving both Billy and herself, but breaks the news that Jack did not make it alive. He further explains the killer is named Nicholas Burr, a mental institute patient who escaped earlier that night, finding the nearest home to terrorize and kill its residents. He further informs Sarah that Nicholas's body was not recovered by the officers who went to Johnson's residence, as it seems he miraculously survived the multiple gunshots. Meanwhile, the officers take Sarah to a hospital to keep her safe and tend to her, treating any potential post-traumatic problems. Nicholas Burr was a psychotic mental institute patient escapee who possibly killed many people before. He wears a creepy clown mask, something that he might have found on his way to Johnson's residence. It's unclear why Burr specifically targeted Johnson's residence. It possibly was just on the way or the first house he could get into. But as he made a phone call before entering the house, it seems as if he had some plans targeting this house.
Don't lie, don't lie. The game is up. The demons trail my legs. To hell will you sit in your ivory tower. Don't you judge me, I see all.
It's even more ambiguous to why Burr became the psychotic killer he is now, and what it is that drives him. Sarah, on the other hand, being a teenager making several stupid decisions, such as inviting a vandal boy she met just a few hours ago to a house she's babysitting in, and drinking while at work, she possesses some serious survival instincts. She easily evades the killer inside the house and handles a gun comfortably, shooting the killer down. She saves herself and Billy, the child she was caring for. Sarah's backstory is untold. However, with the skills she possesses, she might have had some weapon and survival training. Her friend Jill also asks her earlier if she's off her medication, which could indicate that she suffers from some sort of previous trauma that she survived, maybe even some sort of a PTSD, which could explain how she obtained some of her skills. With Burr on the loose, still surviving the multiple gunshots, he can be labeled as dangerously lethal, and someone who needs to be found and captured by the police as soon as humanly possible before he breaks into another house and goes on a killing rampage. That's it for today's video, folks. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, stay tuned for more by hitting the subscribe button and the notification bell. You can also follow me on Twitter, where you can send me game suggestions. It's been your host Star. Till the next video, have a fantastic day.